So I've got a special guest to join us in this week's video. So this video is all about pitching and that awkward distance between 30 to 80 yards. Leo's desperately trying to break 100, but when he's getting anywhere near the green within that yardage, he's kind of thinning the ball, fatting it, a whole variety of shots. So I thought, what better way than to bring him on the channel and let's show him how to strike these consistently well and judge distance, so that hopefully you can maybe pick something up from this and benefit from this kind of really awkward shot around the green. So
cool,
let's get started.
All right.
Okay. What club are you using there, Leo?
Pitcher.
Pitching wedge, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that was almost a bit of a shank there, wasn't it?
There was a bit, yeah. That tends to be with my irons as well. I sort of push them right a lot.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, carbon copy, yeah, and I'm in the bunker, there we go.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Like, that's like really...
It's consistent, okay. But consistently, yeah.
So the first thing, jump out for a second, let me show you what we need to play around with. So the first thing I'm noticing, and I see this a lot with a lot of golfers, is what you're doing is you're kind of setting up to this shot almost like you would do a full swing.
Yes.
So you've got this big wide stance. Sure. You've got a lot of distance between your arms like this, and it looks like all you're doing right now is kind of trying to slow down a big swing.
Yep.
What I want you to do is pitching in a short game requires much more of a specialist action. So the first thing we're going to do is this. We've only got like 40 yards here, right? Sure. So 40 yards needs to be about 2 club widths distance between your feet. Then what I want you to do is just get your arms, get your triceps, just rest them onto your chest like this.
Yep.
And soften everything down a little bit.
Yep.
So bring those feet in a lot closer. Okay, so come and do this. So feet two club widths apart.
2 club widths apart.
Okay, right. Now soften down those arms. There you go. So I feel the triceps now resting on your chest.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it's much more of a short game shot.
Sure.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now from here, get yourself set, make a few swings now. The other thing we'll do here is this. These feet are still a bit too wide. Take that left toe, point it outwards.
Okay.
And what this is going to do is help you provide some room to come through that shot.
Right,
all
okay,
right?
sure.
So you're resting those triceps on the chest here.
Yep.
You're much lower. Now you look more like a proper pitcher there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good. Let's start with that. Okay. Already,
wow,
a bit different.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Does it feel, tell me, just by hitting that shot, tell me what it feels like.
A bit more control over it. And I just didn't have to, I was swinging really a lot, basically.
Yeah.
And like I could have a much smaller swing action. And just was like better contact as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because
just more control over, I'd say.
Before what you had, you were kind of with this big wide stance, you had all these arms moving around and no control of the club.
Yeah, sure.
When you get tighter and your triceps get in, notice this, my triceps, because I don't need power, I don't need this drive, what we're doing is our triceps are connected. Suddenly now we're able to control this motion much, much more. Okay, so again, that's still very, very full swing.
Is it?
Very, very full swing. Yeah, I was like, I mean, that was like big, big motion, right?
Okay,
the flag's just there, yeah? So from here, all you're gonna need, look at this here. Look. So they see this a lot when people are pitching. It's like,
going all over the place.
So now you've got this nice, lovely, calm setup, and then okay, jump in again.
Okay.
Okay, right. So this is just 40-yard shot.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you judge distance with 40 yards? So you're judging it. You've already kind of judged it by having a smaller setup.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now all we're going to do here is we want to find a rhythm with this. So try and keep those triceps nice and tight, and we're just going to try and control the butt end of this golf club. Don't let this butt go out like this, because as soon as it's gone out of way, you're going to end up dragging it down, right?
Okay,
so on here, look, we're going to just control the butt here, and then let it go. So you're going to have to find a rhythm with this. So that's it. Now find a rhythm, what you think from there will reach the green.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, that's a bit too wooden, right? Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to keep control of that.
Yeah, right. So I see that.
So in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, let's in between.
So pause there for a second.
So I feel like I'm either super wooden, or as you said with the previous swing, I'm like sort of all over the place, super
So freedom is kind of like this.
Yeah, basically. It's like there's no
Yeah.
in between, so let's try and find
That's better, that's it. Find that then. 1, 2. Tick, tock.
Okay.
Tick, tock. Okay, shank.
Shank.
Okay.
That was me holding on as well.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I just went like that.
Yeah,
and,
right. Exactly, right. So one of the things, so one of the ways to get rid of a shank really simply, okay?
Yep.
Grab a T-peg, all we're going to do, and we're going to put that T-peg on this side of the golf ball.
Okay.
And all I want you to do now, when you're making these swings now, okay, is make some motions and take the T-peg and the ball out together as you're making this kind of controlled motion.
Okay, sure.
T-peg and visualize that T-peg and the ball coming out. There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty best one so far.
Yeah, all right. So let's do that again. So all this is doing, this is really important for anybody to play around with, is simply, if you notice your contact, are you someone who hits it off the toe? Are you someone off the heel? If you hit it off the toe, move it on this side of the golf ball. If you're on the heel, move it to this side of the golf ball.
Sure.
And all you're going to try and do here is it's just training you to become aware, look, of that club face as it's approaching the golf ball, yeah?
Yep.
You've been approaching it with the heel, and
Okay.
what we're going to do now is we're going to let the club look come back to where it is square, hit the center of the golf ball, and then continue on the way through.
Cool.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, so if the ball's gone to the right there, okay, I mean, it's okay, it's worked out pretty good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But the ball's tending to want to go where?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So what does that mean?
I think like with my iron shots, I tend to hold the handle a fair bit forward.
Exactly. Right? So I see again, your strike's pretty good, yeah? But
Yeah.
what's happening is the face is wide open.
Sure.
So what we're going to do is and you can do this initially in practice, but this is a drill that I see so many tour players using, and it's so basic.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put a alignment stick here.
Okay.
With the target here, the green slopes a little bit right to left, so we're going to put the alignment stick just right at the flag.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And what I want you to do, okay, is a great visual tool here. I want you to get your ball set up, and all I'm going to get you to do is I want you to imagine now, when you're setting up, that club is working square, straight down this alignment stick.
Okay.
So it's going to hit the golf ball with the club face square down the alignment stick, but then it's going to work inside of that stick.
Sure.
Do you follow?
Yep.
What it doesn't do is this.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to get that club working square to impact and then working it back around on a mini arc, okay? We'll stick with keeping that T-peg in just for now,
Sure.
just as a nice simple training aid.
Cool.
So just in a sense, all you try to do here, look, is visualize, use more imagery now, visualize the club working back to square.
Square, yeah.
And then arcing around, that's it there you go, that's the swing. That's it. Now you're getting a pivot with the body.
Sure.
Okay.
I think it's just my depth control there.
Yeah. Didn't quite get low enough?
No.
Okay. Where did the ball set off though?
Left, I'd say.
Yeah. Or a little bit left, but more online than it was
Yeah.
before.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I think if I can just get the depth control on that, then
That's it. Better.
yeah, much better. Yeah.
Much, much better.
Might be in.
Much better. Okay. Well
Nice.
done. Good. That's me. So can you see how now, because what you're doing is all you're doing is returning that club face back to square.
Yeah.
What you're doing now, the body's working now on an arc.
Yeah.
You follow? Versus chopping across.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you know, I have times I've tried to add power to my shots or whatever, and because I don't think I'm working the club face through properly.
No.
I'm just hitting it massively out to the right or thinning it or topping
Well, you've got
it,
two types of golfers when pitching, right? You've got the guys that you're doing at the moment, the handle drivers,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
They're the drivers who leave the face up and then have to flick it at the end. Or
Yes.
you don't flick it at the end and you hit some shanks.
Yeah.
Or you've got the opposite. You've got the guy that flickers.
Sure.
Yeah. Like this. And now the club face is like this, or they're flicking it upwards. Here, what you're doing really good, you're in the posture position here, you're right over the center of that golf ball. And now what you're doing is you're bringing the club face back to square, and then you're working it with your turn look through the shot.
Great.
And look where my triceps, just like yours are.
Sure.
They're connected. Before, they were all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay?
Cool. Great.
We're just using that T-peg as a way for you to manage your centerness of contact as well. Okay, that's all right.
Depth again.
Depth control, right? So that ball there did what?
It went pretty, like online, I'd say.
Online?
Pretty well, yeah.
It did, didn't it? But we didn't now get the height.
No.
So why didn't we get the height?
I think I just topped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ultimately here, right, you didn't control how low the club was.
Yep.
The club was too high above the ground, right? So what we want to do now is to just make some swing, controlling.
Sure.
Golf's a mini circle. We just want to control, bruise that ground, get control of your depth. That's it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, now, what do you notice about these flights though?
Lower.
Very low, aren't they?
Lower, yeah.
Now they're supposed to be low because you're using a pitching wedge.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
So what I want you to do now is we're going to move to a 56 degree.
Yep.
So that without changing a thing, you're going to get more elevation.
Cool.
Okay? Sand wedge. So don't
change anything, just try and do what I've been doing.
Don't change anything, just literally do the same thing and basically use the club that you've got in your hands now to provide the loft for you. Don't you try to add anything to it, right?
Sure.
What do you notice about height?
Yeah, way higher.
Immediately, right?
Yes.
Online,
Yep.
way higher.
Yep.
Okay, all we got to do now is say, well, the question would be what?
More distance, yeah.
How do you get distance, right?
Yeah.
If right now, you've done a brilliant job of kind of starting to control this motion.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a little bit more kind of momentum with the club.
Sure.
So I want you to imagine here, look, when I'm here, I want that club to drop.
Okay.
Drop. Now, don't get me wrong, if I dropped it and I didn't move any of my body, it would be a very risky motion.
Sure.
But here, look, watch this. As I'm moving this and I'm doing what you're doing now, I'm really getting a sense that club is dropping.
Yep.
There's momentum in that, and that momentum is like me throwing you a ball.
Okay, yeah.
If I learn to throw a ball like this, it's wooden.
Sure.
Right, and you're only going to go so far, right? But if you learn to have rhythm, and it's so much easier to control distance, because if I wanted then a shorter distance, I've just got soft momentum.
Yep.
For a longer distance, more momentum. You see extra build up of speed.
Yeah, sure.
Now, what people are worried about is it getting risky. Well, as long as you move the body,
Sure.
if you work the inside of the swing very well, look, the outside of the swing will work beautifully too, yeah? So just get a sense here of that kind of rhythm in that swing.
Cool.
Makes sense, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So just to get a feel of that, so really get a sense that the club here is dropping, and again, swing back for me, stop. Now from here, look, see how far your butt's moved?
Yeah.
Right? So what you're doing is you're moving your arms a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But from here, look, just get a sense here that the club is also allowed just to kind of swing.
Okay.
Get it soft, because then you can let it drop.
Sure.
Now we're not dropping it and stopping the wrist so that it gets flicky.
No.
That's why you move through the shot.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But this still has to be allowed to kind of momentum is to fall to the ground. That's it. Get a feel for this though. That's it. It'll feel more out of control.
Sure.
Yeah? And as you're doing it, visualize that club still working with momentum, squaring up, that's it, through, yeah? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nice.
Okay, cool. Keep visualizing that arc, by the way. You know, see that arc through the shot?
Sure.
Yeah, very important, keep that square. That's, again, that'll help with distance control as well. Lovely controlled shots each time, isn't it? Yeah.
Really.
Super, super consistent. Okay, so all we got to do now is get that extra little bit of
Zip.
distance through a slightly longer swing, and there's a little bit more momentum going through, right? There you go. See the difference in height?
Yeah.
Now you just overcooked it slightly.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's good, right?
Yep.
It makes sense. You've overcooked it, but how did that feel?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah?
Nice solid contact, and it went the line I wanted it to go.
Exactly.
With decent height.
Decent height, beautiful line. There you go.
Go on. Ooh.
But look at that, it's fine.
Yeah.
You're going to take that out, you compare it to
definitely,
shanking it into the trees, okay? Or into those bunkers. One more time, without a T-peg this time.
Okay.
Just go straight in, get that sensation. Visualize that motion, there you go, let's hold this one. Oh, best one of the lot, come on, in the hole.
Roll out,
even backspin.
We'll
All right,
that.
Awesome. So, hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I did, thank you.
So I hope you enjoyed it too. Now remember, look, if you are pitching, you need a pitching setup. Really, really, really important. You need to be able to control the depth of your arc and where that's the low point is. With Leo, he couldn't do that because his arms are moving all over the place. Once you're in a short game stance and you're nice and tight here, this is going to make life so much easier. These training aids here, having an alignment stick, super simple but really important. It just gives you a visual. When you know your club needs to come back to square here, it kind of helps you swing the club back on an arc. then the club to work inside that alignment sticks. It's going to really help with the pivot on the way through. Distance control then is about kind of getting a rhythm and feel of momentum, and that's going to come from practice. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, maybe share it with one of your friends, and of course, look, if you're new to the channel, press that subscribe button. Plus, if you like live lessons like this and you'd love seeing me get a lesson on my pitching, check this one out right here, or other live lessons, click right here. Until next week, have a wonderful golfing week.